Yo, back to the grind, helping people out, man. My man John sitting here trying to decide at 30 years old whether he wants to bite that bullet and go officers and the SEALs, Army Rangers, just go in the Army, National Guard. Man, we have a great talk about a bunch of different opportunities. Sometimes in life, you're just sitting at one of those places where it may not be a good decision or a good path. You just got to live with yourself on the decision that you do make. As always, man, if you like this video, smash the subscribe button. If you love this bad boy, share it with your friends. We're starting to go high order over there at Zweig.com. Make sure you check out the Masterclass. And as always, we pumping that damn land nav class. Enjoy. All right. So what's your first name? John. Okay. It's a Jonathan, right? Okay. All right, brother. What do you want to talk about?
I sent over the email. My biggest issue right now is I'm 30 years old. I've been interested in the spec ops community since my senior year of college. I went and double majored in accounting and business management. Didn't really know what I wanted to do after college, but at the time it was all about wrestling, and I knew wrestling was a short-lived thing and it was going to be done soon. So I lived in the moment, and I know people tell you don't live in the moment, but I knew it. I didn't want to be a woulda, coulda, shoulda guy with wrestling after. So
where did you wrestle at?
Lycoming College, D3 school up in Williamsport, PA.
Lycoming is a PSAC?
No, they're in. It's weird because like we were both in the MAC conference and in the I'm blanking. I forget the other conference we were in.
Where'd you wrestle high school at?
Palm Links, New Jersey.
Jersey. Okay. And so you sitting here at 30 trying to figure out what you want to do.
Yeah, I've had the same job for 7 years. Was sold on the whole pipe dream, and I got really good at my job, and still here. I think part of my hesitation with everything is I've honestly never quit anything in my life, and I've had a hard time having to figure out how to part ways with the job. But it was a mix of that, I met my fiance through work, and her dad was in the military. She never saw him. And I put in the email, I've been training for 2 years. I lied. I've been training for probably 4 years. I don't know why I said 2, because I always
if you need at 30, if you need to train for more than about 4 months, you're a fucking pussy. Flat out. I'm just telling you. If you wrestled in college at 30 years old, it would take me 4 months to get in world-class shape.
Yeah.
So whatever you've been doing, I just tell people that because I don't give a shit if you train for 4 months. That just tells me you've been shittily training. Okay?
Yeah.
So here's what I'm going to tell you. At 30 years old, you can't fucking enlist. All right? So then you got to go officers. All right? What is your, like right now, if you had to go run a 4-mile time run, what time would it be?
If I ran a 4-mile time run, I just ran a 4-mile time run. I'm going to pull it up for you real quick. And this wasn't me hauling it, but it was at a 7 minute, 28 second pace.
So what's the total? Like 30 minutes?
Yes.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Can you swim?
I can swim.
Like really well or no?
I can swim really well. I don't have a time for you on that because I
just want to know if you can swim.
Pool. But yes, I can swim. I ran a 9:20. I don't know if this helps. I ran a 9:24 second a mile and a half the other day.
Yeah, that's that's slow as fuck.
There was a lot of transitions in it.
Don't care. I don't care if you're running upstairs. It's slow. So here's my deal. The dude that I had last summer, he went to SOAS, okay? He was running like 8:15. He swam like an 8 minute. And he got there and probably got his head cut off. Okay. So once you get over 28, 29, like the physical aspect of it, and I'm not saying like at 30, I went at 27. It ain't that big a deal. Okay. You wrestle in college. My wrestler out there right now just shit stomped the whole thing. None of it's that hard. Okay. But getting a chance to go is what's really hard. That's the part. Okay. Now, the other aspect of it, you got a fucking fiance, you're going to get divorced. Okay. Mm-hmm. So are you willing to get divorced to go chase dreams? Mm-hmm. And that's something you got to ask you. At 20, the answer is always yes. Yeah, I'll find a new babe. But at 30, not so much. Okay. So here's the other part of it. You're not getting to go to SOAS until next summer. You're not getting picked up for another year. You'll be 35 years old before you get to the teams. Okay. You go Army officer, same kind of shit. You go down there right now, interview, you'll kill the PT test, all that stuff. You might go to basic. If you're lucky, you won't even go to board until October. You might go to basic early part of next year if you're lucky. more likely next summer. Then you go to OCS. You report the IOBC auto track. You won't get to your unit until you're 33 years old as an O1. Okay. It's up to you, but none of that shit equates to like getting to be a hitter anytime soon. Because if you enlist right now, I'll send you the 3 videos of dudes that enlisted that are now chip and paint. And you got a pretty successful job, I take it, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So like I tell people, you go from being successful in the civilian world, making 6 figures to chip and paint. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you got to ask yourself, like at 30 years old, is it something you're just going to let go by the wayside and you're going to keep it moving? I'm going to tell you, you're not going to keep your fiance. You're not going to keep it. You're about to disappear for 2 full years, either track. Okay. And if her father was in the military, she ain't going to want a military person. Have you talked to her about it?
Yeah, that was the biggest hurdle, probably the last 4 years. But now I've got the support of it and everything. And
you think she's going to support you?
I think she noticed, like, I just consistently kept bringing it up. And she showed support probably a year ago, but I had to make sure it was legit support. And, you know, I believe that she's there to support me through it. Because at first it was just, no, you go, I'm leaving. My dad was in the military, never saw my dad.
You do understand she's going to divorce you, right?
No, it's a high probability.
I'm going to tell you the truth. You're going to get a divorce. I can't answer that question for you, right? Are your dreams bigger than your life with her and the rest of your life? That's up to you, bro. If you're willing to put her in a little wicker boat and send her down the river by herself, that's fine. But I'm going to tell you this, in the first year, she's going to divorce your ass. So my recommendation is don't get married. Even if you say, hey, we're going to get married after I graduate from IOBC and I go to my first infantry unit, that's better than getting married now and getting a divorce a year from now because she hasn't seen you in the last year. Because that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, no, that's the reality of it, is that
you're not going to see her for 2 years.
That's the risk and the gamble of it.
There is no risk. I'm telling you, you're going to get a divorce. It's not risk, is rolling dice. 100% you're going to get a divorce. And I'm telling you that so that you're not like shocked fucking a year from now when she leaves your ass. Yeah. But you got to answer those questions. How were your grades in college?
High C's, low B's, studied my butt off, just figure it out, double majored.
Unless you go Army officer, the Navy SEAL shit'll take you fucking 10 years, man. It'll take you 5 years to get there. Especially because you missed the cycle, right? Like the cycle starts here. I guess you ain't really missed it. It's just the cycle, like they got a screener in October you got to go to. You go kill that. You put your package in January. You go to SOAS next summer. SOAS is the real deal now. It's Hell Week. Go to Hell Week. Go to interviews, select. You're not going to OCS until at the earliest, probably June of 24. 03, yeah, June of 24 would be the soonest you would get to OCS. You wouldn't get the buds until probably the end of, you might get there probably the end of 14, 24, and then you report the buds 25. You won't graduate, become a SEAL until 27. How old will you be in 27?
Right now, I'm 30.
So you'd be 34 years old, 35 years old as an 01 in the SEAL team.
Yeah.
That's a long time. If it was 4 years ago, I'll tell you, shoot, go ahead. But you 30. And I don't worry about you a wrestler. I'm not worried about the buds part of it. It's just the part that you're going to be an old ass man in the teams. And the teams are run by young people, 21 to 29-year-olds.
Yeah.
Because it's a physical game. It's wrestling practice every day.
Yep.
Whereas if you go Army infantry, I would tell you to go fly, but your grades suck. So that ain't a good option. You go Army infantry, you go do your thing, get after it for 4 years, get out. You got that out of your system. Or you go Ranger selection, RASP. You go to Q course. I got a dude out in Washington and just got done with the Q course, killed it. It's up to you. But none of that stuff is equate. I'm just telling you, none of it equates to you staying married. None of it.
Yeah. What about Guard SF? And I know there's those advertisements on there that's like quick ship bonuses and all that. Like,
you gone.
Yeah.
I tell everybody the same thing. There's no such thing as National Guard SF starting.
Yeah.
That's saying I'm going to be a part-time gunslinger. What happens if you're a part-time gunslinger?
Probably going to get...
You're dead.
Lit up. Yeah.
You're dead. Okay? This ain't a part-time job.
Yeah.
Now, if you were active duty SF for 12 years and you say, hey, I'm gonna go National Guard, I'm gonna go reserves, that's different. You done cut your teeth. Like, I don't recommend nobody go National Guard. That's some shit where cats want to go live that life, but you gone for the first 3 years, even in that track.
Yeah.
You know? Now, that's not as hard because 20th group, I believe it's 20th group, has the weekend screeners that you can go to. And if you kill it, they'll give you a billet. But once again, you're talking about going and enlisting in the Army Reserves.
Yeah.
You're 30 years old, man. You have an E5 that's 23 years old telling you to shine your fucking shoes. And you're not gonna deal with that very well.
Cool. So your recommendation would be Army for a 30-year-old as far as getting in.
If you want to go serve, yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing is the Army SF is all older, right? So 2 of my guys just got done, man. They 3-4 years in. One had opportunities to go to AFAS, screen for Green Berets. The other one decided just to stay in the infantry. He's chilling. The other dude decided to be a PA. Okay. So I'm just saying, a lot of people want to go live that life, but you go Army infantry, it's the same thing basically. And then you got to do your time 3 years, and then you got a chance. If you want to go SF, you can. I just talked to one of my young bucks is killing it right now in SF. And like, there ain't shit going on right now. So if it was 2005 and you wanted to go enlist in the SEAL teams or Army Rangers, I'll tell you all fucking day, go ahead. But it's 2022. Ain't nobody shooting nobody right now.
Cool.
Okay, what other questions you got, John?
No, man, that helps because you go on these websites and they make it seem like, 2-week or 2-month enlistment bonus, and it's click here, apply, talk to a recruiter, and you don't hear the whole, hey, it's probably going to be 3 years before you even go to a BUDS or basic or whatever. And this is what I needed.
If you went down and saw the officer recruiter for the Army right now, it's almost August 1st, right?
Yep.
I don't know if you're going to make the October board. They normally need 4 months to get you ready for the board. You're physically fit, so that helps out, but you still got to go to MEPS. You have any big injuries in wrestling?
No.
Okay, so like, you got any tattoos?
Yeah, nothing sticking out of a shirt.
Nothing sticking out of it. Okay, so you're fine. Anything down around the wrists, on the neck, you're gonna have to go get waivers. They ain't gonna take you as an officer with shit on your neck.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you go down tomorrow to the Army officer recruiter, and then you still got to take the ASVAB and get a 110 on it. So you're going to have to study for that. But if they get you an October board, you probably won't even leave for basic till next summer.
And it's not a slower process between officer or enlistment?
Yeah, it's a slower process. Yeah. So officers are a little bit slower because you got to go to a board. If you walked in the Army recruiter right now, you probably could end up in a Ranger bat if you enlisted. Because right now, they're letting you test out of basic. So if you go in great shape, you can test out of basic and go screen for RAS. My young dude did all that. Okay. But the problem is you 30 fucking years old, bro. Like, you're going to have fucking 19-year-olds fucking telling you to wipe your ass. I don't know about you at 30. Like, I ain't listening to no fucking 19-year-old. Okay. And then, like, you get to the SEAL teams. I was 28. I'm listening to a bunch of E5s that were like 25. But that's different. But I was in charge. So if I didn't like what they were fucking telling me, I would just listen. You know what I'm saying? The difference is you're going to be 32 when you get there, and you're going to be in the barracks. If you get married, you can move out. But you're going to be in the barracks. Like, you're going to be a 23, 33-year-old. You ain't had nothing in common with all the 19-year-olds in the barracks that want to drink and fucking dip and smoke all day. Even my dude that's in right now is 26. Has a hard time with all the knuckleheads he's surrounded by.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm never going to tell you to enlist with a college degree. I just can't do it. And that, especially when you had a very successful career on the outside, like you've been doing good. I'll give you the alternatives. Go learn how to parachute. Pay the $25. Where you live?
Pennsylvania.
Okay, so pay the $2,500. Go learn how to parachute. Jump on the weekend. Do something special to make yourself feel special on the weekend. Take up ultra running. Do something to make you kind of answer that calling without actually having to go fucking do.
Yeah, because that's kind of where I'm at right now. It started out with helping out with, first it was just lifting, running, whatever, but then it was the coach in wrestling, and then it was like, all right, this I need to be doing something myself. Got into jiu-jitsu, and I was like, this is enough. Got into MMA. And it's just like that I guess calling or whatever you want to call it it's just still itching at it.
I'm just telling you, you're 30, right?
Yeah.
You gotta make some hard ass life decisions. I was 31, 2001, 1911. So I was 30. I was 30 when I had to make a decision about going back in or not. September 12th, 2001, I got a phone call. I couldn't pull the trigger. Like, I was too upset, wasn't happy with how I was treated. I was in a good position. I wanted a family. I knew if I picked that phone up and went back, that I wouldn't have a family. Okay. But here I am 40 years later, and I'm like, man, I should have took the call. But it is what it is, bro. We're all going to have regrets in life. But at that time, talking to all my people that were around me at that time, I wasn't in no place to go back. But now I'm like, man, if I went back, or if I hadn't got out, or if I had taken the offer they gave me to stay, like they gave me a Gucci ass offer to come back. Super Gucci. Okay. And I was just, man, I'm fucking good. Okay. You're going to have a point in life where you're going to have real shit that you got to make a decision on. Okay. You have a real point in life. Like right now, you 30 and you sitting here and you like, man, I'm gonna roll all my life dice. I'm gonna get rid of my fiance. I'm gonna fucking scrap everything I'm doing, my successful career. And I'm gonna go chase this fucking dream of being in the military, and we're not even shooting people right now. Okay. So then you're gonna do 6 years in the military, 5 years in the military, and you're gonna say, man, fuck. I'm gonna get out now. And you're gonna get out and you're gonna say, man, I just smoked 5 years of my life. I'm starting over in my professional career. I don't have a wife anymore. I don't have a girlfriend anymore. Like, damn, was this shit worth it? I can't answer that. You can, but I'm just telling you, like right now, at 30, you're going to the Army. I just don't. Once people get to 26, 27, 28, if they ain't done it, let's ride. And you got a good life going. You was fucking living on the street right now in a car, I say fucking let it rip. But you not. You got something. You got any kids?
No. Okay. No kids.
So like that's a deal breaker. You ain't seeing them motherfuckers out.
Yeah.
Okay. You got any other questions, John?
No, I appreciate it, man. This is real talk.
Yeah, shit, we don't do nothing else on here. You know how this is, bro. I don't have the answers for you. I just know that sometimes there's not a good decision, right? You're in a situation where I don't know. You go in the Army, you have a great time, you lose everything. You fucking love it. You stay for 20 years, you fucking retire. You're like, fuck it, don't care. Or you don't go in and then the rest of your life, you're like, oh man, like I got it. I don't got no combat. I got shot in high school. I know what it's like to get shot and be in gunfights, but I don't got no combat. I got one regret, but I don't dwell on it. It's a fucking whatever it is, what it is. Keep it moving. I'm waiting for the aliens to come or anarchy so I could take over and shit, run Texas. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be like, oh, fuck it. Chewing this shit up until the Hun stop. Hey, folks, hope you enjoyed that video with my man, John, man. Wrestler, good dude, okay grades. We're going to see what he ends up choosing to do. Hey, if you guys want to jump on here and you guys went to Buds, AFAS, selection, one of those big bangers for US SOCOM, and you didn't make it, man, reach out. These videos are pretty damn powerful when we're shooting these guys that didn't make it. We'll be respectful. We'll keep you in high esteem. But these guys that aren't making it are having a bigger impact than if I interviewed a bunch of SEALs that had already made it. Hey, we're building around this camp. We build champions for life.